Hello, good morning, this is Diecast Lou and I hope you're all doing well. And I just thought I'd do a very quick, it's going to be quick, challenge video that was set by Brian's Diecast, Thailand. Show your oddball castings, show your odd makes. They're not normal makes of models of the diecast world. And I've got a similar problem, I think, to what Paul said from Which City Collector. I've probably got more packed away, but I don't know where they are. But I've got about 4 or 5 castings to show of oddball brands. So let's have a go at this. So we'll say the first one is a Renault 18 GTS. And this is something that I got a few years ago now, but I like it for some reason as it looks. That's why I've not restored it. I like it with this sort of patinaed look. It's got loads of suspension, it's got opening doors. Very nice action on the doors. You've got some lens lights. I'd say this is from about the 80s, possibly. And it's made by... Now this is what I was trying to get me and my partner was trying to pronounce it. Guzzle, I don't know. Just look at Guzzville. It's as far as I'm aware, it's a Spanish. You see, it says made in Spain. But I have got another one of these, not this same car. I've got a Mercedes Benz made by this make somewhere. But maybe you guys can read it better. But I do have 2 of these by this make. So that's the first piece. But as I said, I do quite like it. I remember the real car. I've been in Renault 18s. But anyway, next make. Again, hard to pronounce for me. Is this, I think it's Zylomax. Made in Hong Kong. Is a cement mixing truck. Obviously has the turny bit for the cement there at the back, the drum. Has a sort of cheapy look to it when you first look at it, and then you realise that actual fact it's quite nicely made. It does have metal parts to the chassis, as you can see, so it's a metal and plastic chassis. And the main reason I liked it, being the fact that it was from a second-hand shop and it was cheap, sorry it was for a car boot sale, is the fact it has this tipping cab. And you can see the engine, which I always thought was pretty cool. So, yeah, pretty cool truck. And as I said, if it's not spelt, if I'm not saying the words right, I apologise because, yeah, I'm not used to saying them. Next one is this Voxel Calibra. I've got 2 of these, and again, not the Calibra, I've got 2 from this company. It is in 1 in 43rd scale, and it's made by a company called Cam, or Cam, I think it's Cam. But this is made in West Germany, as you can see, and it's a promotional, it's a dealer car. So you'd bought this car from the dealership. These were made for dealerships to giveaways and promotions and that type of stuff. It's quite accurate for quite an old piece. You've got this opening bit at the back there. I'm just trying to get my fingers out of the way. There we go. Got the actual parcel tray at the back. So that's pretty cool. And then we got another one that looks very similar to this other one. As you can see, they got similar sort of cab, similar sort of crest. So whether that's an actual truck, I'm not quite sure. What, you know, I'm not sure on the actual make of the truck. They almost look like sort of Indian type looking trucks, but this one has no make on it. It just says made in Hong Kong, so I'm not sure if it's the same maker. I'm not sure, but again, I've seen this at a car boot sale, very cheap, 20p I think, and I just thought it was interesting as it has these, if I can get it, liftable sides. Very yellowed and tarnished, but again, probably from the 80s. But I do like interesting little pieces. They are cool to come across sometimes. You know, they're almost if anybody ever comes to your house, or you know, especially if other collectors, and you have these out, which I don't, but if you do, which I would like to have them out one day, they're quite a focal point because they're unusual. So that's that one. And then the last piece I'm going to show isn't really that unusual. It is unusual today. I just wanted to show it because I like it so much. And it is this little Ford Thames, I believe. Is it Ford Thames? Ford Thames van made by Husky. And I know most of the hardcore collectors have heard of Husky. Some of you younger collectors out there may not have. But I just like this van. I think it was like a TV repair van. I think it had a little yellow ladder and a little yellow antennae thing pop it, or like an aerial, I think. But this is again something I found, and as soon as I picked it up, I had like a flashback to my youth, or back to when I was a little kid. I had exact same casting, because I remember opening the back up and sticking in all sorts of piece of paper, as it reminded me of a childhood program called Postman Pat. Even though it's not the same van, I thought as a child it looked like it, so I would fill it with all sorts of weird stuff. But anyway, Husky is a company that was to do with Corgi. I think it was the company that owned Corgi. It slips me who owned Corgi, but it was made by their parent company, and it was to go in direct competition with Matchbox, hence the smaller size with the suspension. But so anyway, that is it. Like I said, I've got the same problem as Paul from Which City Collector. I've got more, but I can't think where I've put them. But anyway, that is my answer. Go check out Brian's channel, Brian's Diecast channel, Thailand. Awesome guy. Does some really cool, if you like restorations and stuff like that, and he gives it his own little flavour. He restores them, but he also quite often gives them little details, and it's really cool. So go check Brian out, and with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.